Dr. Wessels here. Do you have a couple minutes for your sales development? We're talking about the LiquidSMARTS forever free licensed sales methodology, and we're talking about a tactical core, reframing. Now we need to slow down or speed up the sale for whatever reason. All right, sounds great. I'll get right on that when I glue my magic wand back together. Now where did I put that? Oh no, I left it in my invisibility cloak. Time to organize a search party. Fortunately, there are two reliable and effective methods you can use without a magic wand to speed up or slow things down. They are reframing the decision and disrupting the decision. Reframing is a fancy sounding technique to change the game. We want to have the customer rethink their criteria and modify them in our favor. Remember that the decision criteria are based on the customer's pain points, that ever important why they are doing this. So it's a good idea to keep track of that. Write it on your hand if you need to. Now, our job in the sale is to help interpret and translate those pain points into actual problems that our stuff can solve. We turn pain points into problems. Now, I tried saying that during career day at my daughter's school, and the room full of frowning third graders will haunt me forever. We do create problems, and those problems become decision criteria. I probably should have said that. Decision criteria are, it needs to do this, this, and this, because those are the things we're trying to fix. And you're here to tell us about your product. Can your product do those three things for us? If we help set the criteria, therefore, we're in a great position. And the pro tip here is creating a deal is a good way for you to help set the criteria that are perfect for your stuff. We have a module on how to do that if you're so inclined. But if you don't set the criteria, what then? If you've been given the criteria, it's time to start reframing, even if you have the perfect solution for those problems. Yes, in a deal we want and need, control comes from framing that decision. So how do we reframe? Ask questions about the criteria. When you get a response, note it and ask for related criteria that you have and the customer may not have considered, especially if your competitor may not have them. Let's say, for example, you're selling refrigerators and a customer can buy from multiple locations. The customer comes in and asks you for it, and you ask them what they're looking for and why. Then you want to ask them about something simple like when they need it, whether they want speedy delivery, do they want pro installation, hassle-free return policies, or haul away the old one. See, they asked about a box, and you reframed it by asking about the services required to use the box. There, reframed, momentum built. Now, if you're losing, you need to reframe. You need to go back to the pain points and ask the customer a series of questions that expose gaps in their current thinking. For example, if you're selling carpet cleaning services, a customer can always say no, especially if they think about the price, and they typically fixate on the price. In that situation, ask the customer about the stain they wanted removed. Something like, Mr. Customer, you can wait, but let's look at what happens. The stain picks up mold and germs that float around, and instead of turning into dust you can vacuum up, the germs stick and grow. There are probably older stains here in the house that have been providing happy breeding grounds for all that mold and nasty germs. And how do you feel about having your kids play on that? I mean, anyone ever lay down on the floor during movie night, putting their head on that old stain full of muck, you know? That stuff your kids stepped in and thought they wiped off, just enough stuck in there to multiply? Does it ever smell stale in the room? It's probably years of grime that's rising up to nose level. By making the decision criteria move to hygiene and germs from beautification, we have reframed the carpet cleaning discussion. Reframing is about getting the customer to look at their pain point differently. And you can do it routinely to increase your control in the sale and even regain it when it's lost. Now, the only thing we don't have the opportunity to make more of is time. So sell well.